15 billion cigarettes are smoked every day worldwide. For me, cigarette is small, but deadly thing that makes people die slowly. It can cause disease, impotence, cancer, heart disease, and disorders of pregnancy. Smoking kills.
$1 billion deaths, and nearly 80% of those deaths will take place in the developing world. That's where big tobacco is headed. In an effort to make up for lost revenue in the US and Europe, the industry is on the hunt for new consumers in some of the poorest countries on earth.
Indonesia has the 5th largest tobacco market in the world, the 3rd highest smokers in the world, and the highest male smoking rate in the world. What a shameful achievement. We should be proud of those.
For a Westerner like me, stepping off the plane in Indonesia is in some ways like stepping back in time.
Every ad, just walking through on every pillar, is an ad for cigarettes.
The onslaught of cigarette advertisements really starts when you hit the streets. The kind of marketing that has largely disappeared from the West now blankets Indonesia. In my hotel room, I turned on the TV, and for the first time in my life, I saw a cigarette commercial. And then I saw dozens more. Ad after ad, tying cigarettes to images of independence, adventure, and most of all, youth.
Indonesia is a place where domestic and international tobacco companies are able to operate ways they haven't been able to in the US for 41 years. Smoking kills at least 225,000 people each year in Indonesia.
Through the practice independent in an ever-interesting number of public areas, including healthcare facilities, public transport, schools, and universities, everywhere, as from the restaurant to indoor office, it is permitted.
Many of them just showing us about the cigarette. Cigarette is cool, cigarette is sexy, and cigarette is all about the freedom. We can see cigarette advertised everywhere and anywhere, along the roads, billboards, TV, magazine, and everywhere. If it is not for young people, so who else?
Advertising is having a very real impact in increasing the number of Indonesians who smoke, especially those in younger age groups who are still so focused on their identity formation and who are being targeted as key contributors to Indonesian tobacco companies' future profits.
Free from many of the regulations and restrictions that have stifled its efforts in the West, the tobacco industry's aggressive marketing in places like this is clearly paying off. 1 in 4 boys here, between the ages of 13 and 15 now smokes.
How long have you guys been smoking? 3 years ago? All right, so when you were 13. So you all started when you were 13 years old. What kind of cigarettes do you smoke? Samporna Milds. Samporna Milds and Marlboro. What kind of person smokes Samporna Milds? Why do you smoke Marlboros?
I'm cowboy.
All right, we got a regular Marlboro man over here.
Anyone can buy, even a child, there is no rule. A child can buy one cigarette from anywhere very easily.
In fact, most street vendors here sell exactly that, single cigarettes, for as little as 5 cents each.
Who buys these? Who comes in and buys just one cigarette?
Ya aja mas, nggak apa-apa. Anak muda.
School children. School children.
Most of people say that smoking is a way of life in Indonesia. Yeah, until they get so sick they have to. For young smokers, quitting is very difficult. Unfortunately, for those of any age who want to stop.
Do you know, there is no minimum age limit on smoking or buying cigarettes in Indonesia. Everyone can buy it easily. Only 1,500 rupiah, you can get one cigarette. It's easy, isn't it?
Indonesia is the 4th most populous country in the world, home to 240 million people, many of whom love soccer and cigarettes. 70% of men here smoke, and you don't have to look very hard to see why that might be. In a country where soccer is king, the nation's professional league is officially sponsored by Jarn, one of the nation's largest cigarette makers. And that's just the beginning.
Sports sponsorship provides an opportunity for advertising that actively creates a friendly familiarity between tobacco and sport enthusiasts, many of whom are children and adolescents.
Tobacco companies should not sponsor any sporting event, but government can ban their sponsorship now, because people don't have other potential source of funds.
When people claim that a total ban of cigarette ads will make them lose a lot of money, and because of that, many sport or music events will have to be cancelled. They are just being lazy, because there are so many other sponsors willing to step in.
TV, all with the ever-present A-Mild branding on screen.
When you look at something like the A-Mild live show, how can you say that that doesn't possibly appeal to minors?
I think at the end of the day, I mean, the only people who can actually participate in these events are people who are adults. So no, I mean, this is not targeted at children in any way. It's an adults-only event.
When I watch these concerts, you know, I've seen they're advertised on TV, they're broadcast on television.
When we run music events here in Indonesia, it's intended for adults. It's intended to be something that we can give to our adult consumers.
I think the government could encourage non-tobacco companies to sponsor sports events by reducing their corporate tax. But think again, this Indonesia, you know that.
Ignorant and a powerful tobacco lobby are making it difficult to stamp out nicotine addiction. It's good for economic and it's a lot of money being generated. But people are dying, aren't they?
In a developing country like Indonesia, smoking is not just the measure health. It also contributes to poverty. Young smokers begin the cycle that fuels the addiction, but at a health cost for generations to come.
If many Indonesians from the productive decade group are smoking, their output will be affected, so that they may not be able to optimally contribute to the country economy.
So, what are you waiting for? Because everything.
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 Because everything